Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, universe. I'm your host, MJ Racadio. This is a very special episode because we got the Philippines concert king and multi-awarded recording artist live from Los Angeles, California. You know what I'm talking about. Without further ado, please welcome to our show, Martin Nievera. How you doing,
Hey,
Martin?
hey, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I think the last time I had my interview with you over podcast, it's about 7 or 8 years ago.
Whoa, that's a long time ago. What took you so long?
Yes, I know. But you know what? Sometimes patience, it's very important. And now I get to see you, interview you face to face via virtual.
Thank you for
Yes.
this. Thank you for this time, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. No, likewise. I know you've been very busy. Well, let's get right to it. I know you've been in the industry for 4 years. Can you share us your journey? Um, like some of the highlights of your career from the
Hmm.
start to now in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, 40 years in a nutshell. Well, it started from a dream. My father was a singer and I wanted to be just like him. I joined singing contests, never won. And then in 1981, I won the overall grand champion in the state of California in a big competition that lasted 4 days. And I was the champion of those 4 days. We didn't have social media, we didn't have American Idol, we didn't have any of that back then. So you had to compete. And then when I won, I decided I really want to pursue my singing career. So I went to the Philippines in 1982. I had my first concert in 1983, joined television. I did a couple of movies, not so proud of that part. But television was very kind to me. It accepted me as one of their own. So I became a singer that could do talk shows, that could do variety shows, that could do a variety of things. And concerts left and right. I was one of the first ones to do this or that venue, whatever was not yet tested and tried. I was the guinea pig before from many years ago. If Martin sells well, then let's go there. If Martin sells well, then let's go over there. That was how it was during my beginning. Now, as we speak today, in a nutshell, I find myself making small venues feel big, making big venues feel small and intimate and personal. I've learned through the years that I don't have to really prove anything anymore. Just go out there and entertain the troops. I call them the troops because I go all over the world singing for the Filipino people who have migrated, who have become frontliners, who have become, the inspiration, the heart and soul of every country that they go to. And I feel like when I perform for them, let's say in Sacramento, San Francisco, Los Angeles, in the UAE, in the Middle East, Europe, Japan, wherever I'm performing, when the Philippine audience comes to watch, it's like I'm performing for the troops, getting them homesick and having them remember the good old days, especially back in the 80s when I started. So now as we speak, I'm celebrating 40 years and I'll be at the Walt Disney Concert Hall, which is a venue not too many Filipinos can say that they've sung in. Lea Salonga sang there in 2008, but wala pang Filipino male singer. So I'm hoping that this will open the door so that all my other fellow colleagues can perform in that beautiful venue, the Walt Disney Concert Hall, on August 28th at 7 p.m. here in Los Angeles.
It's well said, Martin. Wow, you're amazing. In a nutshell, you were able to tell your story like that. Well, that's
Big
amazing.
nut, a really big one.
Yes. And well, in terms of all your influences, who are your musical influences?
Hmm.
Who really molded you to become who you are now?
Well, first and foremost, my father, Bert Nievera. I think if my father was an astronaut, I would be an astronaut. If he was a carpenter, I would be a carpenter. But thank God he's a singer. And I copied him a lot as a kid. I would mimic him and pretend to be him, lip sync his voice. I was a hit in the mga parts. Martin, alika. Kanta ka dito, alika, alika. And then I would sing as my father. And I started getting that fever, that wanting to, when I hear the applause and the laughter, it felt so good. So I said, oh my God, I'm hooked. I think I finally found what I want to be for the rest of my life. So my father, number one influence.
How were you?
I was at that time. I was about 12 years old.
Wow.
12 years old. Then I joined that singing contest when I was just turning 18, I think, or no, 17. Yeah. So it was really
amazing. In a young, tender age, when you were a teenager, you already know what you want.
Which is weird, right? For most teenagers, they're still searching, School was good, a little bit on the slow side for me. I wanted to do other things. I was class clown every year. And I owned that.
Some others, Martin, is still hitting the puberty. 12.
I think I hit puberty at least 3 times already. So.
Oh my gosh.
We're good. And then I got to sing backup for Barry Manilow in 1981 or 1980.
No way. That's amazing.
Yeah. So then I said, I want to be that guy. So a little bit of my father, a lot of Barry Manilow. He helped me also learn how to write songs the Barry Manilow way, how A matches B, and then there's a C, then there's a bridge, and there's a modulation. That was Barry Manilow. And then James Ingram, Kenny Loggins. And then when I got to the Philippines, it was Basil Valdez, Nonoy Zuniga, the crooners, Johnny Mathis, Nat King Cole. These are the people who have influenced me through the years.
Now you become Martin Nievera. Yes, absolutely. Now, that's well said. Now, when you record a particular song, do you have to really, you have to go in through tough times, or you have to be happy, or do you have to act like you're in that particular moments of that song? Share us.
Well, it depends on the song. If it's a ballad, I really have to put myself in the place of, I have to really go over that song, especially Tagalog. When someone translates to me
the
lyrics in English and what they want me to say in Tagalog, I become even more immersed into the song because I want to be able to tell the story correctly. And in Tagalog, there's so many, maraming ibig sabihin, diba? All the different lines, different ways of saying, I love you, I want you, I miss you. Those are the songs that I've been elected to sing, the love songs, the I want you back songs. And in my lifetime, it's very easy for me to put myself into that longing, I want you, I miss you, I'm so sorry kind of a mood, because I've experienced all of that in my life. But some composers wrote songs that were close to their hearts that they want me to sing the way they felt it. That's the hard part. Now comes in the having to learn how to act. As a singer,
Yes.
we're actors, but our voice is the actor. We take these lyrics and with a beautiful string arrangement or whatever, we try and whisper the words that we feel will make your hair stand and make you fall in love or cry, I'm not really good with happy songs. That's why to come watch my show, sometimes it's very hard because you need to bring a book and a pillow sometimes because I'm a balladeer. So,
Yes.
and most Filipinos are balladeers. You karaoke kings out there and queens, you know who you are. They love to
Yes.
sing. The songs
Having
that I
said that,
recorded.
Martin, having said that, now in particular, your particular song, Ikaw Ang Lahat Sa Akin, what were you going through at that time?
Wow, good choice. I fell in love with a girl for the first time. First time in the Philippines. My first thing I ever did, fall in love. Hello. And I was in San Mateo, California, in the house of Louis Heredia. You know Louis Heredia?
Of course, I heard of him.
Yes. He became a singer way after. But anyway, before he became a singer, we were both, he was friends with a composer named Cecil Acercon. And
Yes.
she and I spoke on the phone, and she says, I'm following your career, you're having a good start, blah, 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 all of these nice things. And then she said, I'd like to write you a song. I said, well, I just wrote a song. She goes, tell me about the song. Well, she's everything to me, and my life is not the same unless I'm with her, blah, blah, blah. So she made it in Tagalog, and it became my very first Tagalog song.
That was actually my favorite song that I listened to growing up. Um, yes,
How
your
was
song.
my Tagalog wasn't very good then, no?
It's okay. You know what? I think you're forgiven, especially if you're Phil Am. You go to the Philippines and you sing the Tagalog. I know that you are not perfect in Tagalog, so they accepted that. The fact that you could sing from the heart, and that's very important.
Which is very Tagalog.
Yes,
OPM, Filipino music, kahit mabilis siya, it's always about a life experience or an unforgettable moment in your love life. And that's was easy for me because I was so in love. And that became my, I guess, my genre, my calling, my place, my niche.
yes, and I know you're very versatile in terms of singing. You're not just singing balladeer. I know one of your songs. On the right track, if I'm not mistaken. That was a really cool song. Can you share us your journey on that making that song on the right track?
Well, we were doing a concert with the same title, and I'm very OC. Oh my God, Sobra. My song, my concert back then, especially, had to have a theme song. And that was always the opening or the last song. And on the right track, it was the last song. And I wrote the part of the song I wrote was what I was going through during that time. And the words are, look at me, tell me what you see, a lonely clown fighting for history. Because I wanted to be the first Filipino to do what Jokoy is now doing, what Lea Salongo
Yes.
did. I wanted to be that guy to put us on the map. And I didn't have it. Maybe I didn't have the right connections. Maybe I was in the wrong time in the right place, but at the wrong time. I tried so hard. That's why the lyrics, look at me, tell me what you see. Because for me, I'm a lonely clown fighting for history.
That's amazing. It's really ironic that you mentioned that if it's not for you, it's not meant to be for you. It's not for you yet. So,
Yet,
I yes, yet. So
40
I
years.
know I
When?
spoke to I know your best friend. I can say she's still probably your best friend, queen of concert in the
Oh,
Philippines,
Pops.
Pops Fernandez. And I know now everyone should know the real story that you're supposed to get that being a judges at the world's best. Can you share us?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it was Ted Benito who got us this, let us meet again after 8 years. Who said that they're doing this world's best thing and they need judges from artists from different countries. We would like you to be the representative for the Philippines. And James Corden is the producer. James Corden is the host. I mean, what? James Corden? Are you serious? So I was so excited about it, but I think I was just about to try some other things. I was very busy. I think I was busy at the time, and I knew that Pops was not as busy. So I asked her. I said, "You know what? Something's being offered. Something really big is being offered for me. I don't know how it is financially, but you will be seen by the world. You'll be one of the judges of the world. You'll be representing the Philippines. It's a huge, huge break, but I'd like you to have it." So she was, I guess she was excited. I don't remember how excited she was to receive that news, because between Pops and I, even when we were still together, it was me who wanted that. Can you imagine? All my life, even part of our annulment, our divorce, that was one of the things that they said. Martin was chasing his dreams so often, he forgot his family. And now that we've split up, still friends, but split up, I'm offered finally something that would put me on the map and maybe help me put our countrymen on the map. And I gave it up. So I figured, and you know what? I'm so glad I did, because she really fit the part much better than me. They loved her there as one of the hosts. She made so many great friends and good connections. Sayang it didn't go to a second season. I think it was too high. The production costs were way. Imagine the whole world, not just every city in California or every.
It shows, Martin, that you have a big heart.
Or a big heart or no brain.
No, don't say that. No, All this pandemic, I know we almost got like locked up for 2 years and all of that. What did you learn all this, 2 years during the pandemic? Share us.
Wow. I learned so many things. The most important lesson I learned at the end of everything is that we really have only each other to depend on. That's probably one time in all our lives when we literally cared for each other, cared for ourselves, and paranoia is part of that caring. Not wanting to be where there's big groups, wearing a mask in respect for the people around you, testing yourself, washing your hands, you know the drill. All of these things we went through that we were taught during the pandemic taught us that important lesson, that we need to be there for each other and that no one is excluded from this virus. Rich, poor, popular, good looking, ugly, we're all going to get this virus if we're not careful. So I think there was, in a way, maybe God was trying to tell us or putting us in our place so we can continue our lives more humble, more grateful, more simple. I also learned a very important lesson on how to organize my closet. It was nonstop. I was fixing my clothes. I didn't even know it, MJ, but I have a third floor. I never knew. I'm not home long enough to know there's a third floor that I renovated, made it a music room and all of these things. These are the things we did during these 2 years of doing nothing. And then I learned how to do what you're doing. I would go on Facebook Live and only for one purpose, to be able to entertain the people who were going as crazy as I was. Plus, I wasn't using my voice. So I needed to warm up. And so I said, this is a good way to rehearse, to warm up, and to entertain and keep people company, especially those who were going through worse times during the pandemic than I was going through.
That's well said, Martin. I'm glad that it's very inspiring that you said that. Now we go with the fun part. 3 fun facts about you. I know you already talked about you love the Disneyland before, so yeah. So now 3 fun facts about you.
3 fun facts about me that nobody knows.
Yes.
I don't know if it's fun, but I'm fond of organizing garages and closets and
oh wow,
vacuum. I love to sweep. I love to iron and steam. Oh my God.
Oh no. Oh, so you're an OC then. Obsessive compulsive. And that's a good fact. Number 2.
Number 2, another thing they may not know about me is I'm a cheeseburger and pizza freak. And now
so what's your favorite pizza? What's your favorite pizza? New Yorker? What is it?
Filled with pepperoni, whatever the hell you call that. Pepperoni explosion, I don't know, whatever. Watch someone call their pepperoni explosion. Thank you, Martin. Okay. All pepperonis, lots of cheese, and I like it from the oven in my mouth. Not reheated, from the oven to my mouth. Cheeseburger from the grill into my mouth. My adobo from the pot into my mouth.
Wow. You know what? I kind of did that and it was not good because I cooked the pork and beans plus it was very bad.
Really?
I did it the other day, but it was a different kind of feeling.
Really?
Yeah.
But my son taught me how to make adobo with potatoes.
Oh yeah, those are good. Potatoes with adobo. Now then one more. Now it makes me hungry with this.
What's my next thing that people don't know? A fun fact about me.
One more.
I love dogs. I mean, I will go on to a park, dogless, and just own everyone else's dog. Hug them, kiss them. I've been told many times, can you please get away from my dog? Stay away from his doggy private space. Please leave right now, because I love dogs so much. Even if it's not my dog, I'm the guy who goes, oh my God, what's that? That's me. That's one thing I'm not proud of. It's really sad that I melt. I melt like a schoolgirl to BTS. I melt.
So now, what advice for those who wants to be in the music industry? Because I know you've been for 40 years. Especially there's a young Generation Z What advice can you give them, Martin?
Well, you have to be in it for the right reasons. Yeah, I don't. Everyone has a different story. My story was, it was my dream, and I'm living the dream. That's why my job, I love my job even to this day. Not one boring moment. I never once said, "Oh my God, why do I have to keep doing this?" No, I love it. That's me. But for some of you out there who think that being in becoming a singer or an artista, a host, or whatever it is, it's not. If you're in it for the money, for that immediate fame and fortune, those are the wrong reasons for you to be in this business. Some of us have it, some of us don't have it. I'm very lucky. When I started 40 years ago, zero talent. I didn't make it because of talent. I made it because I was living my dream. I was one of those kids who was given a day pass in a toy store and said, you can get whatever you want. You have 1 hour to shop, get whatever you want. It's all yours. That's how I was. That's how I attacked every project. Everything that came my way. Oh my God, how are you doing this? Oh my God, I get to meet these people. Oh my God, I get to sing in front of an audience. Oh my God, 45,000 people. Oh my God, 10,000 people. It was like a gift for me. But for some of you who think that it's an easy road to success, an easy road to money, as quick as you go up, you go quicker down, because you cannot relax. You cannot think for 1 second. You cannot believe your great write-ups. You cannot believe that the person who gave you a standing ovation and said, you're the best. Don't believe it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it, because if you're doing it for all the right reasons, the way I have been doing it, you will enjoy your singing career forever. And others who watch will benefit from that kind of performance. Nothing worse than watching someone who thinks he's all that, and that's all he does is talk about himself, and everything's about self-worth, and oh, I've done this, I've got sold out here. These are words I try to stay away from, because I want a job tomorrow. I want people to watch me again the next day and the next day. I want producers who produce me to make money, so they ask me back and ask me back, hoping that no one gets tired of this and my songs. And that's the only risk, is because I love it so much. I might be doing it too much. Too much of anything is bad. So if you're going to be in this business, do it for the right reasons. If you have the tools, the voice, that's great, but you need more desire, more humility if you want to last in this business. You can be a great singer. I can name 100 great singers who don't even have an album yet, who don't have a concert tour, who is not being interviewed by MJ. There's a lot of people who deserve that and have not reached that point in their life yet, because they think that their first attempt at a concert or as a recording artist, because he or she hit gold, that's it. That's not it. There's more to the story. There's more to your journey.
I really love that, Martin. I'm glad that you touched on that. It's very, very inspiring. And speaking of Forever, I really love that song, Forever.
Which one?
The song,
I
Forever.
have two. Forever!
Forever with Regine Velasquez.
That's a great song.
Yes. Now, invite everyone. I know this is history in the making, Martin. You're 4 decades in the music industry. Invite everyone. I know there's about 1 million Filipinos. I'm sure it's going to be packed at the Disney Hall, and this is history in the making. Invite everyone again.
Well, please, everybody, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, it's the Walt Disney Concert Hall. It's downtown LA. It's not near Disneyland. And every seat, some people, even I thought it was near Disneyland. So my son was very happy, but it's not. It's the Walt Disney Concert Hall, August 28th, 7 p.m. Every seat doesn't have to be the most expensive seat. Everybody wants to get the most expensive seat. The only seats left are the ones in the upper area, but the upper area still has the best sound and the best view. I don't know if you want to see this, but at least you can listen to the voice from anywhere in the Walt Disney Concert Hall and have a great seat. So please join me. I have a band coming in from Las Vegas with Lori Illustre as musical director. My good friend Ted Benito is the one who fought for this venue for me. He's given me so many nice big venues like the Hollywood Bowl and the Ford Center, just to name a few in my past concerts here in Los Angeles. But never has a male Filipino artist performed at the Walt Disney Concert Hall.
This is history in the making.
We'll be making history, not just my 40 years, but just having you in the audience and me on that stage, it's like what Jokoy has done with Easter Sunday, with his movie. It's almost the same thing, meaning to say we're giving more pride to our countrymen, we're giving more opportunities and opening doors for the world to see what the Filipino, not just the Filipino artist, but what the Filipino spirit is all about. So join me August 28th at the Walt Disney Concert Hall.
Amazing. But before we go, now, it's been my dream to really see you in person, and you made my dream come true, Martin Nievera. That I really admire your music growing up, and this is really an amazing time for me to interviewing you with your 4 decades, and now I cannot wait to see you in person. I will be going there next week in Los Angeles, and to hopefully I get to see you in person. So,
let's make it happen.
Yes, absolutely.
Get a hold of Ted. He knows my whole schedule.
Yes, so dream came true that I get to finally. Yes, absolutely. Now it's been a great evening. Thank you so much for being on the show, Martin. Mabuhay ka.
Mabuhay ka. Thank you so much for this opportunity, this chance to chit chat with you again. And please call me again in 7 or 8 years.
Absolutely. That was great. All right.
This episode is brought to you by Canada Global Assist Inc. Study, work, and settle in Canada.
What to expect from 40 years of music and fun